Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Excuse me. We got a little situation here. I hope all is well with each and every single one of you today. It is good to be back. Hold on a minute. This is my Friday. Sorry. We got a lot of shit to talk about this evening. A lot. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this little piece right here. I don't know where that is coming from. Hold on a second, because I might have to swap that out. I don't like that. Hold on a minute. There we go. That's much better. Much better. Now I know what it was. Part of my ignorance or lack thereof of what was technically happening. I got a couple things I want to get off my chest tonight. First of all, how's everybody doing, man? How's your week going? This is my Friday. I don't know about you. Some people probably got to go in tomorrow. Others are probably about to celebrate a 4-day weekend. As far as I'm concerned, this is the 4-day weekend. So I'm about to get it in. I'm about to be on top of shit all this week, all this weekend. You're going to see me. And if you've been following me on YouTube, you already know what I'm talking about because I've been active. I've been hella active. All I do is drop and upload, drop and upload. I'm relentless. I ain't in no position to be slowing down whatsoever. So it's all love. I'm motivated. I'm in a mood to talk and get my opinion out there. We got the Kid Cudi testimony. We got the 70-year-old woman about to finally get some fucking justice for these crooked, fucked up police officers doing that cruddy shit that they did. Yeah, it's about to go down. It's about to get ugly. It's about to get ugly. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Do me a solid, like, share, subscribe, repost, let the people know that we live, let them know that we about to get into this conversation. Matter of fact, let me bring this up here real quick. Damn, it's so much that be going on during the week. I don't even get a chance to really get on that shit. I be tired as hell when I get off of work. I ain't gonna hold you. But we here, and we're gonna make up for it. Like I said, I got 2 videos that I'm going to play for you. One of them is pretty much giving a quick breakdown of the Kid Cudi testimony. It's not all of it, but it's enough of it for you to kind of get an understanding of what's going on inside of the courtroom. And then I got another one for you. I did a reaction to this actually a few weeks ago, probably a month or 2 ago, where an elderly woman was getting released from a department. The officers didn't like how she was talking to them. And yeah, they shoved her outside of the building. She ultimately broke her hip. A lot of fucked up shit. Which is why I titled this Vigilant Justice, or, because for real, a lot of people, once you see this footage, it's probably going to piss you off, and it's probably going to piss a lot of people off, because if this was your grandparents and somebody had treated them this way, I guarantee you will be angry as hell too. So, some of you are going to get to see this footage. Some of you are not. If you're watching me from Clapper, tap in on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Rumble, IG. I'm on everything to catch it live. I'm gonna play that footage after this one. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I did a couple of reactions to the Diddy trial so far. So right now you got Cassie, who got people looking at her sideways. You got people saying, oh, Diddy's going to get free. This doesn't prove that he was trafficking. This doesn't prove that he was doing anything illegal. All this shows is that he's a horny freak, and he was around a bunch of horny freaks, gay, straight. They participated willingly. Even with all the evidence that they're showing with the drugs, with the stuff that was found in this hotel, with the testimonies from the bodyguard and all these various sources, they're still trying to say, well, shit, yeah, I just wanted to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's so much coming out. Like, I really don't care enough to sit there and watch every update that happens with it. Let me know when there's some real severe, like, okay, you got it now. Get to that part. Because, like, honestly, I already know Usher is undercover. He on some other shit. I already know Jennifer Lopez is on some other shit. I already know Jay-Z and Beyonce is on that. I already know most of them people in Hollywood and in those industry spots are on that stuff. It's like, who's surprised? Who's really surprised at any of this? People are still like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I am not shocked whatsoever. So instead of like sitting there waiting for all these text messages and these exchanges between the courtroom and folks that's on the inside reporting back to YouTube, reporting back to this person, I'm not about to do that. I'm not. All of them are guilty. All of them partook in some of that freak off shit. Who, like, come on, man. We don't need a bunch of bibliographies to determine that. But this is what I want to do for the people who support and show love to me. I got a clip. I'm going to play this first one. This is testimony that's been given to a reporter on some of what Kid Cudi said. Now, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know how much history he had with Cassie. I didn't know he was fucking with her. I'm not in people's personal business like that. I could care less. But clearly he was fucking around with her, and Diddy had some feelings towards it. I ain't gonna paraphrase it. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bring this up. I'm gonna play it for y'all.
It was a really long testimony. He was wearing a leather jacket, blue jeans.
Let's start this over from the top. That, like I said, this isn't all of it. This is a portion of it. You know, the cases be lasting for 30, 40 to 3-4 hours, depending on what it is. So, like, this is just some of it, but it'll give you a better understanding of not only the lifestyle of some of these rich people, but it also shows you, like, these people are just humans just like us, and they go through the same shit that we do, but they pretend like they're innocent and they're perfect, and you know what I'm saying. But I didn't know, like, this man was on this type of time. Let me go ahead and play it.
Very casual vibes with his appearance. They got straight into the questioning. His demeanor is very, like, kind of casual, like he doesn't want to be there. I don't think anyone that was subpoenaed wanted to be there. The prosecution asked, what did he know of their relationship? Cudi said, I knew they were having problems, their relationship as in Holmes and Cassie. They said on December 2011, you responded to a police call that had happened at your house. And he said, yes, they'd had a break-in. Cassie called me at 6 a.m. saying Sean found out about us and wanted to be picked up. He picked her up, but he was confused. And she asked, why were you confused? He said, I didn't think she was still dealing with him. Cassie was scared because Sean had asked for my address, being Kid Cudi's address, and she gave it to him. She asked, what did Cassie say about Sean and her relationship? And Cudi said that he was abusive. That day of the break-in, he took her to the Sunset Marquee because she thought he would be safe there. And then they asked, who did you speak to on the phone while you were there? And he said Capricorn. They spoke to her on speakerphone. They asked, what did her voice sound like? He said she sounded scared and like she was on the verge of tears. Capricorn was in the car outside of her house, and Sean Combs was inside. They asked, what did you do after the call? He said he went inside. They gave the address of his house, which was 8925 Hollywood Hills Road. She said, what did you do when you heard about this? He said that I called Sean Combs, and he answered, and he said, mother effer, are you in my house? Sean said, I want to talk to you. Cudi said, I am on my way, and Sean said, I am waiting for you here. He found out that the security cameras weren't working and the angles had all been moved facing away from his front door, which is not how they normally were. They asked what was inside of your house. He said that he had Christmas presents for his family. There were Chanel things. Everything was undone, all the presents, and his dog was locked up in a bathroom where normally he was left to roam. He said the immediate aftermath of his dog was very jittery and all the time. They asked, what did you do after that? Cudi said, I went back to the car and called Sean looking for him. They asked, did he answer? He said, yes, and I was asking, where were you? And Sean said, I'm on my way. And then they asked, what did you do after that? He said, I called the police. They asked, what was the tone of Combs on the phone? He said that he was calm. The police were there when he returned. I literally wrote so many notes. Do you guys, so I'm really just rapid fire reading them. They asked, what was Cassie like later that day? He said, stress. They went to Connecticut for Christmas, and Cudi said that she really needed that for the holidays and that it was good for her. Sean texted Cudi during that time saying, I want to get to the bottom of this. Cudi said, I didn't want to talk, I was done with it. Also, the car caught on fire on January 9th. His dog's babysitter is the one that called in real time saying that your car was on fire. It was in his driveway, just burning. And asked where he was at the time that this was happening. He said his ex-girlfriend sent him photos of the burning car because he was closer to the house. And they had broken into the roof to put in a Molotov cocktail, which is an explosive. And like they showed photos that it was all messed up. Broken, the car was all burnt. They asked if the car could be repaired. He said no. He said, what was your reaction to your car being on fire? He said, what the fuck? And then they had an objection. They asked what the last time he saw Cassie was, and Cudi said in 2012 at the Soho House. I reached out to Sean so we could talk. Who arranged the meeting? Cudi said D-Rock and my manager Dennis. We're at the Soho House. He said the first floor. He met D-Rock and he escorted him into the room. This was funny. He said that when he got into the room, Sean Combs was standing facing the window with his hands behind his back like a Marvel super villain. Everyone started laughing in the courtroom. In this meeting, Sean said that Cassie was still his girl, and Cudi said that he didn't realize they were still involved. Also, Sean offered water to Cudi twice and was super calm, which was like very disruptive and disturbing to Cudi, because that's like, it was just a strange way to act. He was like, why is he acting this way? At the end of the meeting, Cudi and Sean shook hands. Cudi looked him in the eye and said, so what are we going to do about my car? Because he said that was the only moment that they could be like face to face and he could just look at him, and Sean couldn't get away. And Sean said, I don't know what you're talking about. And then Cudi was like, I'm done. And he was like, wait, I thought we were cool. You're saying that you didn't do anything to my car when I know you did. And a few years later, he saw him at the Soho House again, and Sean said, man, I just want to apologize for everything and all the bullshit. And Cudi felt at peace. Now we have to go into the cross-examination. I'm going to stop this video here and I'm going to make a part 2 because this is so...
Like I said, that's a long as testimony. That's just what, 5-6 minutes alone. That's not even all of it. So you mean to tell me that brother found out that Kid Cudi was fucking around with Cassie and somehow managed to break into that man's home, and he's sitting there with a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich waiting on him? So this man broke into his house, set his car on fire, denied it originally, and then later on had a change of heart and owned up to it. Yo, what's going on up there, brother? I noticed a lot of have no purpose or no self sense. You don't have no direction. I noticed, like, if you attracted to a woman and you ain't got nothing else going on with your life, and she gives you all of your validation, her smiling at you, her talking to you, her existence alone gives you a sense of, damn, now I really feel like I belong somewhere. I feel like I really deserve to be here. Now I got a reason to get up in the morning, go to work, make a living, pay bills, wash my butt, brush my teeth. Y'all, a lot of y'all, man, y'all be doing the exact same shit. You crash out over a female that be dibbing and dabbing between men. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. Cassie ain't no different than the rest of the women out here in the world. I'm not, and let me preface it by saying this too, because I already know how this go with people that get extra sensitive, but we don't do that. A lot of women are hoes, man. A lot of women are absolutely sluts. If you think I'm embellishing, then prove me wrong. Everywhere you go on social media, every podcast damn near has a 304 representing women everywhere. Fresh and Fits podcast be having OnlyFans models. Whatever podcast be having OnlyFans models. Shit, one woman was a lawyer and she turned into an OnlyFans model. Most of these chicks are hoes, and they disguise it under the guise of, I'm doing this for womanhood. This is about standing up for what is right. Women want to be free. We want to be able to make the same type of money you make. We want to be able to have the same jobs that you have. We want to be able to roam the world and see life the way that you see it. We want to scratch our ass and Al Bundy in front of the couch just like the rest of you. We want to fucking suck without being judged. We want to get trains ran on us by multiple men like the rest of y'all. We want to be dudes. We want to fuck whoever we want to. We want to sleep with whoever we want to without being judged for it. We want brownie points for all our bodies. We want brownie points for all of our desires and our sexual needs and wants. We want to be treated equally and fairly, but we're going to hide it under this, I'm independent, I work 20 hours, 40 hours, 60 hours, so I make the same type of money you make. That means that I can go out here and be a hoe, just like you can be a hoe. Cassie ain't no different. I don't know who introduced her first, but Cassie is no different. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say Diddy turned her into what she is. I'm not going to say she's not wrong in some of the abuse that happened within that relationship or whatever you want to call it. But we're not going to sit here and act like she didn't have some of that shit in her already. Everybody here damn near lost their virginity before they hit 17 years old. I'm certain of it. I'm certain of it. When Kid Cudi decided to start messing with her, she had already been turned out. She done been introduced to shit already. She done seen things. When you're in Hollywood and you're behind them closed doors and you want that lifestyle, you want that money, it's not even the fact that you want the lifestyle, is the fact that you want to be able to say, shit, I ain't got to worry about bills anymore. I want to be able to come and go as I please. I want to be able to drive what I want. I want to be able to get up and exit any uncomfortable circumstances that might not favor me as often as I please, without being looked at any type of way because you think you better than me because you got this position or you got that position. Nobody wants to be working under nobody. Nobody wants to be a slave to another human being because human beings treat you like shit. Everybody who is in a position of power, damn near for the most part, don't know how to treat their employees. Most people here can't stand their employers. Most of us would rather be working on our own, have our own shit, establish our own boundaries, have our own plans and our own agendas, and be able to get on a plane when we want and clock in and clock out when we want. Nobody really wants to work for other people. Cassie saw an opportunity and she ran with it like most people would. Most people would. I ain't mad at it until you start doing things that involve other people and harming other people. Like when your fetishes and your needs and shit start to spill over on innocent people, that's something else. Now, these folks, if Cassie is like they say, she's texting this person and Diddy and her are tag teaming fucking these people and all that weird shit, and they're willing participants of it, then that's on them. But I have to believe, like, to be able to do a lot of the stuff that she got involved in with him, you had to be under some type of drug. You had to, well, like shit. Pop a pill so it enhances your high, it enhances the moment, or pop a pill and drink some shit so you can be numb to the heinous, unthinkable things that you're about to get involved with. She might have been normal as shit before. He fucked her. He turned her out. She got hooked on the sex. She got hooked on the money. She got hooked on being able to do what she want, buy what she want. But, you know, that should always come with a price. Always comes with a price. You want to be with one of these celebrities, it's going to come with a price. You want to deal with your supervisor, it comes with a price. You want to deal with someone who is married, it comes with a price. You want to covet somebody else's lifestyle, it comes with a price. You're jealous of somebody, it comes with a price. She signed on to this. I don't know too much about Kid Cudi and what was going on with her and him. These bras be on some bullshit, like real demons, like real life succubus spirits. Maybe she had it already. Maybe it was introduced to her through one of his associates in the industry. Most of them folks are walking around with that evil in them. For real. And people think that shit is a joke. It's not a joke. This nigga, he abused that man, dog. They said fucking somebody tossed a Molotov bottle into the man's car, set the shit on fire. When a dude really in love with a woman and he ain't got no control over his body, over his mind, over his spirit, when a dude is really in love with a female, that female don't even give a shit about him, and he don't really realize it because he's so disconnected from logic and reason, and all he is looking at is the superficial attributes of a person. He ignores all the red flags. Oh, that shit is going to eat him alive. It's going to tear him up. Those are the dangerous ones. Ladies, I'm telling you, if you out here playing around with people, you fucking around, playing with simps, you're abusing them, you're manipulating them to get what you want out of them, you're extracting all these funds and all of this attention out of these dudes, and you don't really have no genuine objective with them other than to get out of them what you can get out of them while maintaining this facade of you really want to be there. You don't really understand that these motherfuckers are ticking time bombs. They're absolutely ticking time bombs. The more you play around with these dudes, the more you lie to them, the more you play this hot and cold, I'm gonna give but take away, the more you just move like that, it's only going to get uglier and uglier, because guess what? These dudes don't have logic. They don't think like this. They're emotional. They're hurt. They're mad and upset because you don't like them the way that they like you. They're pissed off that you're treating them the way that you should be treating the other person. They can't understand it. They still torment themselves they don't have enough self-respect to walk away and leave you the fuck alone and let you go out here and do what the hell you want to do with your body, because you really just want to be a hoe. You just want to do what the hell you want to do. And you're only going to give your time and your real attention and love and admiration to the guy that don't give a shit about you. The one that's going to put you in your fucking place and tell you to shut the fuck up and stop acting stupid and let me go out here and make this money, and you do what the fuck you're supposed to do within this relationship, or I must step off because I got multiple women that I could bring around me if I want to. You ain't no fucking Beyonce. You ain't like, it's like that. Anyway, Kid Cudi and Diddy. That's wild as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. Diddy, man, I think that for real, bro, that money got to you so much, that lifestyle got to you so much, you really just felt like you were limitless. You popped that pill and it was over with from there. You could do whatever the hell you want with whoever you want. You lucky that man ain't shoot you. You what? You set that man car on fire? You broke into this man's house? You're not doing that in the hood, brother. You are not doing that shit in Chicago. Go to the wrong place. Matter of fact, go to the right place. Go trying to do that shit in the right places. Cassie had you that whip, bro. You was that obsessed with her. What was it? The control or the lack of? The fact that she wanted other penis outside of yours? What was it? Your ego couldn't handle it? See, as far as I'm concerned, she's just as guilty as you are. Now, if you single and you fucking around, that's one thing. If you're in a relationship fucking around, that's something else. Y'all whole thing was doomed to fail from the jump. Everything about this was doomed to fail. I don't even think a single celebrity is happy. I don't think not one of you really are enjoying each other's company. It's hard for me to accept it. Think about how many names already came up. Usher, Chris Brown, Kid Cudi, Jennifer Lopez. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I done heard fucking Jennifer Lawrence's name come up in that shit. I could be wrong. I done heard a few names, sir. Your ex-bodyguard just testified against you. Vigilantes. What is it? You dodged the bullet though, bro. Cassie went back to him multiple times. He said he really liked her. But guess what? Whatever he did to her, she couldn't shake that shit. She cheated on her husband with Diddy. And this man's still with her. How y'all feel about that? Cassie's husband is still with her even after the fact that he was still fucking with her the whole time. Nah, she ain't innocent. No, she's not pure. I know she's not. I done seen what 19-year-olds do at 19. I was 19 before. I was 17 before. Hell, at 16, I was already hip to how this shit goes. Shit. I was in like the 5th or 6th grade. I was like in the 5th or 6th grade, and niggas was already talking about the back door and the front door. Which one was better? Chicks was already getting down then. I'm talking about the 5th and the 6th grade. That, yeah, it's like that. So, nah, I don't put nothing past Cassie. I think that she was already experienced to some extent, and she got introduced to something more that allowed her to be a little more explorative with her sexuality. She admitted to putting hits out on niggas. She admitted to setting up freak offs. She admitted to a lot of dark shit. Not dark in a way like we're gonna traffic this person here and there. I haven't heard any of that yet. What they've talked about in these court cases so far is basically man and woman. They have these corridors within their mind and within their spirit that they want to fulfill, but they don't want the public to know about it, because if the public knows about what they really think and what they really want, they could never live it down at all. Now, I want to jump into this next one. This next video that I'm going to play, right? I told you I did a reaction to it before, but I want you to see it in its entirety. I want you to get a good grasp of it. I should have already been setting this up, but I'm going to do it right now while we speaking. So this is a 70-year-old woman. As a police officer, I don't know if we have any officers in the building, but as a police officer, I have a question. When you decided to get into that field of work and you said that you were going to uphold the law, that you were going to risk your life for the people, that you were going to serve and protect, what did that really entail? What does that look like to you? And I'm asking because it seems as if every time a person,
officers,
If you want to go home,
you abuse it, you take it too far. And this is another example of it. It's either you screw people over, give them tickets that they don't deserve, You set them up to do a bid that didn't to do with. You beat them to death. You racially profiling. The list goes on all of the fuckery that the police department gets away with. You got the Carmelo Anthony situation. You got the Ryan Hinton situation. Y'all shot him for no fucking reason. He was running away from you, and you still gunned him down. You got the airman. They got shot at his door for what? The cop wasn't even supposed to be there. Y'all killed him. Then you got the twins in Georgia who mysteriously ended up in a suicide homicide situation. What's up with y'all? I'm serious. Everybody here is paying for your life, literally and for the delivery. Our checks come on the 1st and the 15th, but the taxes take away from our livelihood. Where does the taxes go? Why am I paying taxes for you? Y'all don't even fuck with us. Black people, white people, you don't fuck with us. The cars you got them because of us. The house you got, because of us. Correctional officers, fucking prisoners. Y'all got a lot of explaining to do. And this is another reason why I brought this up and why I'm asking the questions that I'm asking, because I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. If this was your grandmother or your grandfather and you saw this, how would you respond to it? Well, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Some of you are going to hear the audio only. Some of you are going to hear the audio and see the video for yourself. I might pause it in between. I might not. But I want you to get a clear view of this, because this happens way too often, and a lot more often than we think it does. And while I don't think every police officer is a piece of shit, I see a large number of them like this here, and it makes me want to withdraw more and more from the human race. Like, I really don't want to be around a lot of y'all motherfuckers, man. A lot of y'all be on some bullshit. That being said, let's get into the...
And again, officers.
If you want to go home, you got to sign.
For this...
Let's focus on this.
For this, listen.
Sign one more time.
Just one more statement.
Really?
One
so,
statement.
like...
At one point, the deputy touches her. She says, "Don't touch me." There was no big deal that was occurring. No crime had been committed. He just had to process this lady out.
Listen to me.
Okay.
So, like, I need you to listen
Okay,
to
please
me.
don't touch.
I
Please
listen to
watch
you.
your contact, okay?
Okay.
Please stand back. You will need me to
You
sign.
need to stop talking and just
What?
listen to us.
What did you
Sign
say?
the form.
Look how
It's
they
very
make the
simple.
officers talk. Please don't have another police to come
Oh my
and take
God.
me out of the grocery
Sign it.
store. You
Complaints?
want to hear what I'm saying?
I don't, really.
They're dumb, and they want to make dumb. They want to make dumb.
He decided to make a big deal about it, and so all these police officers had to escort this elderly lady, just for running her mouth, out of the building.
Okay.
Start walking this way.
Don't push me.
Shut the up.
What?
Just start walking
What
this
are
way.
you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
We're escorting you outside because you can't go without assaulting my partner.
Me, I assaulted you.
Yes, you did. You're okay.
Okay, they're controlling you. Be careful.
You'll be okay.
They want to sue the department. I'm telling you. They want to sue the department.
Okay.
Okay, this is terrible contact. This is contact.
You'll be okay.
This,
This is outside.
you're gonna be
This is
reported.
outside.
FBI is overseeing this and how you act.
Thank you.
And because she ran her mouth and he felt disrespected or whatever, he thought it would be funny to literally throw her or shove her out of the building. And that's what he did.
Have a good night. You'll be okay.
The woman has now been identified because her son saw this on TV. And we now know that she was very seriously injured, and apparently that broke her hip, and she was hospitalized for 3 months after that. And even worse, during the time in which she was hospitalized, her husband died. So she didn't even get to see him again. It was captured from 3 different surveillance cameras. We see it from multiple angles, and then we have multiple body-worn camera views showing that it happened. I mean, this was highly documented as far as audio-visual evidence goes. This was basically a internal affairs present, nicely gift-wrapped for them. As I mentioned in the prior video, they only put one of the deputies, the one who threw her, on paid administrative leave at that time. Now, at least one of those deputies is...
You see what I'm talking about, right? Did you hear it? I mean, she was mouthy, but she had every right to be. They got pissed off. They were annoyed because she was talking back. What's the problem? Clearly, I thought freedom of speech still mattered. I thought it still existed. You see how fucked up that is? You can't say nothing back to the police without them wanting to beat the shit out of you. So if I contest your law and I challenge you on your rule book, and I know more about that shit than you do, what you telling me? My life is at risk. I'm in danger because you don't know your fucking rules. You the one who went to school for this. You the one who signed up for this position and this job. You said to protect and serve. You the one who decided to go through the courses and training. You said, I'm going to be the one that's going to go out here and wear the bulletproof vest. I'm going to raid houses. I'm going to get the drug dealers. I'm going to get the murderers. And I'm going to do it because no one else wants to step in and do it for us. Everybody else is scared to do this job. So I'm going to do it for you. Domestic abuse, I'm going to handle it. Child abuse, I'm going to handle it. The pedophiles, I'm going to handle it. The traffic stops, I'm going to handle it. Do I got to make the neighborhood safe? All right, I'll patrol. I'll ride around and be out here from 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. Night in, night out, staking, doing stings, doing raids. I will do it for y'all. You signed up for that. But you upset with the pedestrian. You upset with us because we don't like what the fuck you doing. You planting drugs and shit on people. You are illegally invading people's spaces, breaking into their homes. Right. You got a problem with us saying, no, you wrong. You wrong as fuck. That's not the law. I know my rights. You wasn't supposed to pull me over. Et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm talking about. You shoved this woman outside of the precinct. You shove. It wasn't like a nudge. It was that motion, and you used real force behind it. And then there's 6 other of you dickheads there. Ain't do nothing. Say nothing. Right. Excuse me. Pardon me for feeling some type of way about that. Maybe I'm delusional here. Maybe I got something wrong. Maybe it's okay to shove 70-year-old women out of a fucking door, ultimately causing her to fracture and break her hip, sending her to the hospital where she has to be cared for 3 months, and then her husband has a heart attack and passes away because of the shit that happened to her. Are you fucking kidding me? That's what we paid for? Honestly. Is that what we paid for? Because if that's what we paid for, I need my money back. I need all my coins. Yeah. I'm not about to do that. We're not about to do that. Hold on a minute. Just to give you an update, too. Let me get that up off of here. Just to give you an update. None of the 6 that were involved got charged. None of them got any type of backlash for it. Nobody was sentenced. The only one that finally got some type of accountability thrown their direction was the actual officer who shoved her out. And from what I'm understanding, she is going to sue. And I hope she does. I absolutely hope she does. I'm going after the precinct. I'm going after the officer. And if it's possible, I'm going after every single officer who was present. My husband is dead. He's not coming back. Three months of my life, I had to lay up, suffering, hurting, confused, conflicted. This is representation of my community. The badge, the sirens and the lights, the woo woo woo. These are the ones that's going around that's supposed to be making sure that we good to go. But I'm in here because of them, in pain. Who even knows if this woman even could afford to have the surgery? You know how it is when you go to the hospital. They charge you damn near $1,000 just to ride in the ambulance. Who's to say she could even afford it? She's 70 years old. She hasn't worked in years probably. Now you tack on a $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 bill. Her husband is no longer here to help her. I can only imagine how he must have felt seeing his wife laid up in pain and agony, knowing that the people that's supposed to protect and serve us is the main reason why she's where she is, broke his heart. Gave that man a stroke. What? Is there really a question here? Is there really a question here of morals, of morality, of dignity, of pride, of having some sense of self? All she did was go back and forth with you, but you see, a lot of people don't like that. They don't like to be challenged. They don't like to be told they're wrong. You got a nasty fucking attitude. Just because you got a badge don't mean you can't be a piece of shit. You had a nasty attitude, sarcastic, you're a smart ass. You got a gun, so you think you're tough. You're with your people, so you think you can just go around and say whatever you want and do whatever you want towards people. You can just kill and beat the hell out of folks and abuse folks, and you can hide behind the jurisdiction and these loopholes in the system, and people are supposed to be okay with that and sit down for that. Nah, we're not eating that. We're not about to eat that.
How dare you?
Absolutely not. I hope she sues every single one of you bastards. All of you. All of you need to go to jail. And then the thing that infuriated me the most was when I found out they did fire him, but before they even terminated him, they put him on paid leave. No, nigga, you don't get no money out of. No, how the hell you? Nah. So look, we got two stories. We got Kid Cudi giving his testimony, which was brief. I know there's more to it. You was fucking around with Cassie. Cassie was out here thotting it up. But she's a woman, so she's getting the sympathy points. Oh, because she's small and she's petite, and because, oh, you know, she's light-skinned and she got a nice little shape on her. She couldn't have possibly been a monster. She couldn't have possibly been partaking in the sexual sins that were demonstrated within the context of the video footage and the testimony, the numerous testimony given by multiple people at the trial. She couldn't have possibly been just, oh, I want to be a part of this too. No, it's the damsel in distress. I was forced. I didn't mean I didn't want to be by. I didn't want that. Right. Not stupid. Prove. This is what I want out of this. Let's address both parts. While I find it disgusting, it's not my place to judge your preference in people. If you like girl on girl, that's on you. Super. If you like guy on guy, super. That's on you. I don't care about that. You're not breaking the law. Technically, the world, the law that's governed by people, you're not breaking the law. Spiritually, biblically, that's a different conversation that I don't think a lot of people want to have. But it's not my place to judge. So you do you. What I'm waiting for them to do is to prove that the crimes that are attached to him are accurate. The trafficking, the drugging, the all of that wrapped in one. I want that to be proven. Prove to me that he did the things that you say he did, and then we can go forward with our life. Him fucking with men and midgets and all that shit, I don't care about none of that. People do that all the time. People have their fetishes. They got a thing called pay pig. Dudes are into pregnant women and pay. Like, y'all got some weird ass fetishes out here. I ain't mad at you. I ain't knocking you for doing what you do. I think it's stupid. I think your money could be invested in more productive things. But hey, you do you. Show me everything that he has done that allows the verdict to come back guilty and sentences him to life. That's what I'm waiting on. See, one of the reasons why I don't like sit here for hours and hours unpacking all these documents and all this shit is because at the end of the day, most of the things that they're referring to or talking about is nothing. It's just about the people that they fuck and suck and they lay down with and get jealous over, and it's like shit. Everybody is out here sleeping with somebody. Let's get to the crimes. Let's get to the shit that costs people money. Shine, for example. Shine said he was innocent. Diddy is the one who shot the gun. Shine did 10 years behind something that he didn't do, allegedly. Let's go ahead and figure that out. My man said Diddy is involved or responsible for the Biggie Pac shit. Okay. You got him. Let's address that. Let's address the criminal shit. Where people's lives were affected by it. I don't care about who you laying down with, sir. As far as I'm concerned, all of you are complicit. Usher and everybody. I don't worship none of you. I don't give a shit about none of y'all. Y'all live how y'all want to live. We all going to get judged individually based on what we decided to do with this life of ours. So like that, I don't got nothing to do with that. Let's go ahead and find out if this man is really guilty or not. And that's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. When they start talking about they got evidence of this happening and this happening. That's what I'm, yeah. Now, as far as this video with the elderly woman, first of all, my condolences to her husband. That's awful. That's terrible. When you lose somebody, you are never the same again. But when you lose them because of the actions of somebody else, that hurts a little different. They're not the same. And what you men and women in the law enforcement don't understand and realize is that you're ultimately making it harder and harder for us to like you or to trust you. And I'm actually talking to the ones that still got a heart that haven't been corrupted yet. Your peers are making it hard for us to respect any of you. Why do you think it's so much fuck the police? Every time I turn around, shit, it's to the point where I look at a security guard and I'm like, oh, you one of them. Yeah, I don't trust you. I don't know what you want. I'm good. I don't even trust security guards. I think all of them are on some other stuff. We don't want to not trust you, but you're not making a strong enough case for us. And it seems like everybody has a code. The sisterhood has a code. The brotherhood has a code. The government has a code. Your employers have a code. And it ain't working. It's not cutting it. Your codes are destroying households. Your codes are getting people in public spaces saying, fuck this job, I'm out. You're a racist, I'm out. You're a pervert, I'm out. Oh, you're an officer, but you having sex with the suspect that you pulling over, I'm out. You don't even uphold your own laws. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. That y'all can just literally throw on your light, drive through a red one. We got to sit there. If we run a red light, we getting a ticket, but you don't get them. You can shoot an innocent kid and still get paid while you're off, while they investigate, hiding evidence, blurring out footage. With all that, with all of the negativity that comes with police, you save people's life. You find kids. You do get the bad guys. You do put people away that should be behind bars. You have given people a second life. You have helped make neighborhoods better. See, it's not all negative. I know all of you aren't hateful. I know all of you aren't spiteful. So what I'm gonna need you to do is to look to your left and look to your right and ask yourself if this is what you signed up for. Do you really want to be working next to these people? Should they be wearing the badge? Should they be having that uniform on? Honestly. 70 years old, you just shove her out the door like that. Right. Y'all don't fuck with us, man. And And the ones that do, they're not speaking up. There were 6 of y'all there. There were 6 of you there. Nobody said anything. Not a single soul had compassion or had any sense of this ain't right. Not one. We kind of screwing ourselves over, aren't we? We don't want to trust each other. We don't want to love each other. We don't want to build together. We don't want to grow together no more. We're too lazy to do anything about any of the wrongdoings. We're giving up. We don't want to support each other at all. All we want to do is promote and advertise anarchy. We screwed, huh? Like, really thinking about it. Lord, please come through and give us the confidence, the strength, and bring us together, man. Touch our hearts, touch our minds, reach out, break that ego and break that pride that's in some of us. Because like this ain't it. This is not cutting it whatsoever. I'm tired of it. The Diddy trials are a distraction. Trump is a bumbling idiot. And all we can seem to do is argue, gossip. Argue and gossip. While we still ain't really addressing the real issues. One of them is we got a flawed justice system. That's one of the biggest ones. They were like, that was extremely confident. They were hella comfortable. The entire time they're leaving out of the station. They just aggressively trying to get her out the door. She's like, man, we're gonna sue. This ain't right. Y'all ain't talking to me right. You ain't handling me right. At 70 years old, she still has more common sense than a lot of us today. So what's really good? We need to go ahead and figure out a way to stop this from happening consistently. I want all of them fired. Every single officer who's moving crooked, I want them fired. I want them all to force. Every single one of them. No paid leave, none of that shit. You got to go. Give them exactly what they deserve. Ain't no way in the world you're going to tell me they got body cameras in this entire transition between checking her out and leaving the facilities. Y'all didn't realize that y'all were recording. Unless you thought you turned off your body camera and proceeded on. Nah. And on top of that, you realize there are other cameras within the building too, right? You show multiple angles. not really sure how many people saw what and who saw what, but I'm gonna play this one more time because like there was a portion here that I didn't even get through. I want this to resonate in y'all head. Once we leave this stream, I want you to remember this. Don't forget about it. Don't move on with your life. Clip it, repost it. Whatever you gotta do, make your voice matter. Let them know that you hear, that you see it, and it's not acceptable. I'm playing this one more time for the people who didn't get a chance to see it. I'm gonna let it run all the way through. Hold on a minute. Let me see, where are we at? Right there. All right. Is it this one? I think it's this one. All right. Shit. My bad. Let me try this again. I gotta re-upload it. My bad. I was moving too quick, folks. It's like a 5-minute clip, maybe 6 or less. No, matter of fact, I believe it's 4. Here it comes right now.
Again, officers.
If you want to go home, you gotta.
Is I'm gonna bring this back up. So y'all can see it for yourself. I'm gonna close out this stream with this video. My final thoughts on it. I want to say thank you to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Bang.
Let me give you one more.
Bang, 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 bang.
If you're a URL battle rap person, you already know what that was. Let me go ahead and play this for y'all. Try this again.
For this,
let's focus on this.
For this, listen.
Sign one more time.
Just one more statement.
Really?
One
So, like, at one point, the deputy touches her. She says, "Don't touch me." There was no big deal that was occurring. No crime had been committed. He just had to process this lady out.
Listen to me.
Okay.
So, like, I need you to listen.
Okay, please don't touch me.
I need you to listen.
Please
to
watch
me.
your contact. Okay.
Okay.
Please stand back. You will need me to sign.
You need to stop talking and just listen to us.
What did you
Sign
say?
the form.
Look how
It's
they
very
make the
simple.
officers talk. Please don't have another police to come
my
and
God.
take me out of the grocery store.
Complaints?
You want to hear what I'm saying?
I don't really.
They're dumb, and they want to make dumb. They want to make dumb.
He decided to make a big deal about it, and so all these police officers had to escort this elderly lady, just for running her mouth, out of the building.
Okay.
Start walking this way.
Don't push me.
Shut the up.
What?
Just start walking
What
this
are
way.
you doing? What
Keep your
are you
hands to
doing?
yourself.
What are you
Start walking
doing?
this
What
way.
are you doing?
We're escorting you outside because you can't go without assaulting my partner.
Me, I assaulted
Yes,
your
you did. You're okay.
Okay, they're controlling you. Be careful.
You'll be okay.
They want to sue the department. I'm telling you. They want to sue the department.
Okay.
Okay, this is terrible contact. This is contact.
You'll be okay.
This is outside.
You're gonna be
This is
reported.
outside.
FBI is overseeing this and how you act.
Thank you.
And because she ran her mouth and he felt disrespected or whatever, he thought it would be funny to literally throw her or shove her out of the building. And that's what he did.
Have a good night.
You'll be okay.
The woman has now been identified because her son saw this on TV. And we now know that she was very seriously injured, and apparently that broke her hip, and she was hospitalized for 3 months after that. And even worse, during the time in which she was hospitalized, her husband died. So she didn't even get to see him again. It was captured from 3 different surveillance cameras. We see it from multiple angles, and then we have multiple body-worn camera views showing that it happened. I mean, this was highly documented as far as audio-visual evidence goes. This was basically a internal affairs present, nicely gift-wrapped for them. As I mentioned in the prior video, they only put one of the deputies, the one who threw her, on paid administrative leave at that time. Now, at least one of those deputies is, of course, on paid administrative leave, while this, quote, use of force is investigated by the internal affairs of the sheriff's department and also by the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office. But why wasn't that done back in October? And why isn't the guy who shoved her in jail right now? The footage speaks for itself. It's disgusting. Every one of those guys needs to be fired, possibly prosecuted, because they were entrusted with the badge while observing this woman literally flying through the air. Why weren't all 6 of these guys put on at least paid administrative leave? This happened back in October of 2024. They didn't even put the main deputy involved on paid administrative leave until February of 2025. They didn't fire that deputy until March 14th of 2025. They didn't even tell the public about it until April 17th of 2025. Or thereabouts. Yet they were in possession of the video footage showing that there were 6 police officers involved in injuring this woman. Now, these internal affairs people are just cops. They are not lawyers that are going to do any sort of constitutional analysis. All they are doing is investigating what happened and comparing that to their policies and procedures. Their policy and procedure manual is available to look at online. So I looked at it. And it provides in section 300.2.1 that all of their police officers have a duty to intercede. Any officer present in observing another law enforcement officer or an employee using force that is clearly beyond that which is necessary, such as throwing an elderly woman, as determined by an objectively reasonable officer under the circumstances, shall, when in a position to do so, intercede to prevent the use of unreasonable force.
This will not happen again.
So in layman's terms, they fuck themselves. They fuck themselves. And like I said before, this shit right here should have never happened. This is what happens when people abuse their power, when they abuse their position. Now, she doesn't have a husband, and she has a scar that she has to live with for the rest of her life. Over what? I couldn't handle a woman, an elderly woman's words. Did you see anything that would warrant that level of aggression? I didn't. I didn't see not a single thing. That angered me. It angered me so much. I couldn't. I saw the update where they're actually trying him, and hopefully his ass gets some time for that. That's still not good enough though, because the rest of them, they were there, they didn't follow the handbook like you saw. So they should absolutely be reprimanded. But I digress. I want to say thank you all for being here with me this evening. I know that was a lot, but I wanted to give you some of what I've been seeing on the internet. that right there, to me, means more to me than that P. Diddy shit. Because all they're doing right now is talking about his sexual lifestyle. I'll wait until more come out on that. And trust me, there's going to be a lot more. I know there's people that's covering it right now as we speak. I'll be back tomorrow, 7, 8-ish. Might mess around and do 2 shows tomorrow. I don't know. Tap in with me though. Much love. I just appreciate y'all spending 5, 10, 15 minutes. If you've been here with me from the start of this show to the conclusion of this show, I want to say thank you. And if you would do me a solid, tap in with me on YouTube. The link is in the bio, on my Twitter, on my IG, on all that. Just a quick sub, show a little love to the page, because I'm in the lab always dropping and uploading something. That's pretty much that. I'm about to get up out of here. I still got a lot more to cover and record, but hopefully I get to chop it up with y'all tomorrow. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm out. This is Assembly of Excellence saying peace.